Today we're going to look at exponential models. And this is where we use exponential modeling. And this occurs when a practical situation is described mathematically using an exponential function. Normally, the quantity is usually experiences fast growth or decay. We're going to see an example of one now. The example here says that the fish population is predicted using the formula n equals 500 times 1.5 to the power of t, where n is the number of fish and t is the time in years. Part A says to construct a table of values for t and n, use values for t from 0 to 4, and approximate the number of fish to the nearest whole number. So what we're going to do is do a table of values where we have values for t equals 0 to 4, and we're then going to substitute those values back into this formula to complete the table of values for n. And you can see that here. And what we did was we rounded these to the whole number. We're then going to use each of these points as ordered pairs to then plot them on a coordinate plane and then join those dots with a line, and it should look like this. As you can see, the line is actually moving upwards, which means it is exponential growth. We can now use this graph to be able to answer a few real-life situations. So firstly, how many fish were present after 2 years? One way is to look at the graph, and we can read from 2 years, so this axis here, go up to the graph and then go across to the n axis. However, to be really accurate, what we could do is look up t equals 2 on the table and find n. And as you can see here, it says the number of fish at 2 years is 1,125. C, how many extra fish will be present after 4 years compared to 2? So again, we could use the graph, but to be a bit more accurate, what we're going to do is subtract the values from 2 years from the values from 4 years. So we did 2,531 subtract 1,125, and the difference between 2 years and 4 years is 1,406 fish. As you can see, we used an exponential graph here and applied it to a real-life situation. We can use the table of values as well as the graph to be able to answer questions regarding the number of fish over a number of years. You need to complete Chapter 8D. You can use your online calculator, or you can use your actual calculator, or you can do the graphs by hand, but you need to complete questions 4, 7, 8, 10, 11, and 13.